Hello everyone, this is Rachna and I'm here once again with yet another chapter for you in English grammar, and that is determiners. So, what really are determiners? Let's understand something about them. Children, determiners are words which are placed before a noun to indicate what the noun refers to. Let's take, for example, a box, the table, that box, any house, right? So, the function of determiners is to express a reference. To clarify this, let me tell you that they clarify what a noun is referring to. So, you see, you have determiners like the, that, and any. Now, children, the moment you hear the, you will think that okay, these are articles. Yes, articles are also type of determiners. Now you have at least 6 type of determiners, that is articles which are like a and the, possessives are my, our, yours, mine, his, her, theirs, etc. Demonstratives are this, that, those. Distributives are neither, either, each, every. Whereas quantifiers are like much, many, few, little. Interrogatives are what, which, whose, etc. Now, children, the moment you hear things like articles, possessives, demonstratives, distributives, quantifiers, interrogatives, children, I have repeatedly said that the word in itself is explanatory. They are self-explanatory. So you don't really have to, think that, the word would be one and the meaning would be another. So you see, the literal meaning of possessives are the words, which are, in itself telling you what this particular thing is and whom is it for, whom does it belong to. Like my house, your house, your pencil, mine, right? These are words which themselves express that these are possessives. So let's understand a little about articles. An article is a determiner that informs of a noun, like a and an. They are indefinite articles. The is a definite article. Now, children, when we talk of an indefinite article, we have to understand that these are those articles and the abbreviated form of the adjective one. Okay, so if you say one boy, you can even say a boy, an apple, or one apple. Okay, so this is how the indefinite article work. Now there's one more thing to it, that you see, if we look at the examples, like a man is standing out or an old man is walking down, you see, they both of them, they indicate that there's any one man or any one old man. We are not categorizing, we are not being specific about a certain man or a certain old man. All right, there is one more thing that you need to understand, that a comes before a word starting with a consonant, whereas an comes before a word starting with a vowel. Now, children, there is another thing. You see, when we are talking of, it is like to mean one thing or one person which is accountable. Like I said, one, okay? To show a kind of class or species, like a cheetah, all right? Or to express a quantity or with certain numbers, like a dozen or a little help, okay? To show rank or position of profession or community, like a lawyer, a constable, etc. In exclamations before nouns, like what a pleasant day, what a pity. An is used before a mute or a silent edge, like for example an hour. an honest girl. We all know that when we write the word R, it's like HOUR. Okay? So it is used before an individual letter spoken with a vowel sound, like he's an MLA. Even though the MLA starts with M, yet we need to understand that M sounds like A. It's like M. So we know that it has that vowel sound before M. Now, when we talk of a definite article, the, it refers to something which has already been mentioned. Okay. For example, if we say a girl is standing outside, the girl is wearing a red colored dress. So we are talking about a girl who's standing outside, and then we are being very, very categoric by specifying that she is wearing a red colored dress. Okay, when the singular noun represents a class, for example, the leopard is a carnivorous animal. So we are categorically talking about a leopard. That is why we write the leopard before an adjective which is derived from proper nouns to refer to a whole group of people or to show a quality or a class. For example, the rich, the Indians. Then if we are talking about superlatives, then it's like before the superlative form of an adjective, like the best, the greatest, the first. Okay, so best, greatest, first, they are superlative degrees. To refer to an object we regard as unique. For example, when we say the sun, the world, right? So it is used for both singular as well as plural countable nouns. Like the can also be used with some uncountables, like the water, the business, the meeting, right? So these are uncountables, but yes, we can write the before them. So let's understand a little about the possessives. Possessive pronouns and adjectives that qualify as determiners indicate who an object belongs to. They can be used to indicate possession of both singular and plural nouns, and even countables and uncountable nouns. For example, if we say the possessive determiners are my, our, mine, yours, hers. Let's take for example, if we say this is my bag. Okay, that house is ours. The country and its residents live peacefully. So these are all possessives. The moment we say my, ours, its, these are possessives. Now if we talk of demonstratives, this, that, these and those, these are the words that are known as demonstratives. They describe the position of an object seen from the speaker's point of view. Right? So if the speaker is saying that thing kept over there belongs to me, so what happens? That thing, that becomes the demonstrator. To have a clear understanding of this, to understand this better, let's take a look at this picture. You have a singular noun, you have a plural noun, and then this or these, that or those. So what happens? This is a singular noun, whereas these is a plural noun. Now what happens is that if we look at this, we say whose car is this? That means that you're standing pretty close to the car. So you will say that this car, that means you can actually touch it. Whereas these cars are again, you're very close to them, but they are more in number, more than one. Whereas if you say that, or let's say who lives in that house, or whose car is that, meaning that you cannot actually touch it. It's a little further away from you. So the same case happens with the word those. Now let's understand distributives. The words both, each, every, either, neither, other, another, They're all distributives. So what happens with distributives is that they are used to refer to each element or individual of a group. Now we use each when we think of a person or things seen as a separate individual, whereas every is used when we mean everyone that together make up the group, or when we say each is used for two and every for more than two. Either is used to mean one or the other, whereas neither refers to not the one nor the other of two people or things, whereas other is used with singular uncountable nouns and plural nouns. We use the indefinite article an before other. We write it as one word, another. Now let's understand quantifiers. A quantifier is a word or phrase which is used before a noun to indicate the amount or quantity. Right? So they can be used with both countable and uncountable nouns. Now if you look at this table, what is it? With uncountable nouns, with countable nouns, with both. So what is it? Like you say much, a little, a bit, a great deal of, etc. as uncountable nouns, whereas if you say countable, it's like many, a few, very few, a number of, several, a large number of. And when we say for both of them, we use it like all, enough, more, most, less, least. So what you need to keep a note of is that few or very few mean that there is not enough of something. A few means that there is not a lot of something, but there is enough. Whereas when we say little or very little, we mean that there is not enough of something. And the same way, a little means that there is not a lot of something, but there is enough. Now let's understand interrogatives. Interrogatives are determiners which are used to ask questions. So when you say, who is that boy? Or you say, whose books are these? What number is your house? Which coat did you buy? Right? Or other than that, you can even use words like whom, whose, who. So these are all interrogatives. Now children, I hope you have understood this very well. With this, we come to the end of this chapter, determiners. So see you in the class for a more elaborate understanding of this particular chapter. Thank you so very much. Take very, very good care of yourself and stay safe. Drink lots of water and do exercises, especially breathing exercises.